All right, we got everybody here. Guys, thank you very much for joining us today. We're going to be talking about the Iran Maximum Pressure Campaign. My name is Zach Nunn. I am privileged to be the RSC's chair for the Task Force on National Security. As an Air Force officer who is still serving, we have seen firsthand, many of us on the stage, both as veterans and as professional operators, the threat that Iran poses. Everything from supporting and directing Islamic terrorist groups, being the #1 sponsor of state terrorism, including in my time where I flew operations off the coast of Iran and supported directly the initial preparation of the battle space for the strikes that President Trump took against Soleimani, sending a direct signal to the IRGC. Over the past 4 years, though, we have had an absence of leadership in holding Iran accountable. During this time, there have been over 175 attacks and 400 rockets and missiles fired at U.S. shipping. Billions of dollars in illicit oil sales, primarily to China. Unrestricted progress on nuclear enrichment. Over $800 million funneled directly to Hamas, who has taken and held U.S. citizens as hostages, and Hezbollah, who has directly launched attacks on U.S. forces, tragically killing 3 U.S. servicemen in the last months alone. This horrific reality is a direct result of the Biden administration's failed ability to confront the largest sponsor of state terrorism in the world, to the tune of $80 billion per year. Today, along with my RSC colleagues, I am proud to say that the era of lax U.S. foreign policy towards Iran is officially over. This morning, I introduced the Maximum Pressure Act, which includes the toughest sanctions package ever proposed by Congress. This legislation codifies President Trump's maximum pressure campaign that he announced on February the 4th of 2025. The legislation aggressively targets Iran's illicit oil production, their direct funding of terrorism, both in the region and throughout the world, including at our southern border, and their unrestricted nuclear ambitions. Colleagues, it is far past time that the U.S. hold the Houthi rebels in Yemen accountable, that Hamas in Gaza no longer strike out at its allies or U.S. citizens, that Hezbollah in Lebanon and throughout the Middle East be held accountable, and most importantly, that the Ayatollah know the United States will no longer allow Tehran's unadulterated terrorist activities. For this, we all applaud President Trump for his leadership for this long overdue change to U.S. foreign policy, particularly in the Middle East. So let us all be very clear. The U.S. is the global arbitrator for peace, while Iran holds the title of world's largest sponsor of terrorism. The facts could not be more clear on this. Today marks the beginning of a new era of U.S. foreign policy that restores peace through strength, both in the United States and all the way to the Middle East, by leveraging all the tools of statecraft to put America in the driver's seat of our global security. My friends, I am privileged to have, watching my six, our very own chairman, August Pfluger, an Air Force veteran, F-22 driver, and now our leader at RSC. Mr. Pfluger.